The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD BLACK NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WD BLACK Esports Club Pro League 4 Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft and in association with AFK Gaming. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host, Babagusa, and I'm Eisen, and we are here for, well, what is the first game of the stream? We had a attempt at a first game earlier on, but that unfortunately failed because of severe host end issues. Right now, we are going to be going live with the second and now first game of the night, Nat versus Naughty Indians, which will be going live on the map of Theme Park. Interestingly enough, on your screens, we'll be joining our players in the ban phase nice and quickly here with a couple of interesting bands indeed. Jackal, Nomad, and Melusi have been the ones to face the ban hammer so far. And hopefully we won't have as many problems in this game as we did in the last one. This is interesting. Naughty Indians are going to be banning Vigil. That's not a band you get to see every so often, but Vigil, he has two things that he counters quite well: drones and Lion. So, Naughty Indians were the ones to ban Vigil. Sometimes they might want to play Lion when they go to attack on the other side of the road. So they themselves are on the defense and will be heading to Bunk Daycare on second floor on the very first round. Speaking of which, let's have a quick look at both of the rosters that are here in the lobby for us tonight. From the side of Nat, we've got Roni the Simp, Desi, Dizzy, Thrish, and Tandon. And from the side of Naughty Indians, we've got Vinci, Mando, Mike, Desmond, and the name that I still cannot pronounce for the life of me. A couple of 6 picks out of the Valkyrie into the Goyo and out of the Montaigne into the Ash as we will head into round one. Baba, take it away.
Well, it's been a long time since I've seen a theme park being played in this specific season. Most of the time we did see, most matches on Oregon, a cafe, but this time it's going to be on theme park. A very exciting match for us, and also exciting for both the teams from Nat and Naughty Indians. Will be the one to try to go in this specific map of theme park. Doesn't enough, especially the Goyo, in which I'm trying to understand. I'm just trying to break down the words on exactly what it is. Maybe I'm just going to call him as Striker, because STKR might be called as a name called as Striker. I don't know what happened with the other ones though. Maybe Striker. Striker. It's too complex. Even with my brain, I'm just trying to process what exactly the name of the word is. But for now, I'm just going to name him Striker. The Striker is a good name. Hopefully, if he sees the stream, maybe he might change his username. Who knows? But still, hopefully if we did get some information, I'll just go and talk to Naughty Indians after this match comes to an end. Maybe have some good information on what exactly the name is. But now let's just focus on the match at hand as action phase will proceed. An interesting extended drone coming in on the side of Team Naughty Indians. Already a rotation being made towards the second floor bunk with a crouched rotation as Naughty Mando. He's just holding towards the rappel on towards the bathroom. He's just he knows that there is one particular attacker holding in from that specific position. He's just waiting. He's just making sure that the attackers wouldn't just pull a sneaky one. But for now, they're just going to drone it out, find exactly what kind of positions that they're in. Vinci is going to be meeting a bit of a resistance coming in towards the cash room, in which a total of 2 players already been trying to drone out, and they've decided to go for a push toward that specific location. Vinci gets that right timing, he'll be able to go for a ridiculous wall bang to eliminate Hibana. The only problem is he needs that information, and especially on a room on cash room, there isn't any default cams, and neither does any info operative being played on the side of defense. There is to be able to place one of his EMPs towards the cache. As the first frag comes out, it's going to be Vinci with the first kill as he eliminates Standen.
A very good drop right there. That's one of the 2 hard breachers that Nat have brought out tonight. The ace, more importantly, slightly less versatile than Hibana currently, but even still a very good hard breacher in his own right. Dizzy comes in with a double, however, refragging not only Vinci, but then stepping up, taking down Mando. That's the Wamai off the board. Presumably, one more magnet still left in his pocket will not be deployed. Dizzy, however, gets peeked and gets taken down by 2 firing at him. Desi finds Desmond in the meanwhile. Bodies are being dropped. It is a 2v3. That's all down to Roni the Sim, Desi, and Drish for Nat's push. But wait a minute, Strikers found somebody apparently. Seeing Roni the Sim's shoulder over the vending machine as shots are going to be fired. He's not going to find that final kill, mind you, the confirmation. But no, the sledge comes in, finds one, and Striker will shut him down swiftly, only to get shut down by Roni himself. Coming around to find the Goyo. That will be in the action replay, ladies and gentlemen, the instant replay, excuse me, as we will be heading into round 2 with a beautiful, well, somewhat beautiful attack round from the side of Nat. I mean, it was all right. It wasn't exactly the best attack we've seen from them. But then again, this is theme park. Attack is meant to be messy. It's meant to be a little all over the place because it requires very, very good coordination. Theme park as a map is very defender-sided. It's almost completely one-sided, one could say. At least that's what the discussion around this map has been so far. And I don't know, right now, that first round did not bode well for Naughty Indians if that is going to be their style of defense.
Well, 6-pick will come in from Striker as he switches from the Electroclaw Kaid to the Bandit charge. Bandit. Wait, did I just said Bandit twice?
You did.
Yeah, I just said Bandit twice.
You could have gone with Car Battery Bandit, but
yeah, I just Bandit piece. I maybe I could have just went in with Bandit Square because I said Bandit twice. We could make some mathematics into it. Be like Bandit Square. I mean you have Drish and they.
Please
Drish,
don't. Please
I mean
don't.
you have Drish, Daisy, and DZ. We could have just said D cube. So.
Please don't. It's already too much for my little brain.
All right. I mean, yeah, I do understand.
5 seconds left before insertion.
I mean, yeah, I do understand. I mean, to be honest, I wasn't that great in mathematics too. I did failed a lot. I mean, I had to memorize each and every line just to get a particular number right. That's how bad I was in mathematics. I used to memorize.
Yikes.
Yeah, I know. And still somehow I actually did get to pass in mathematics, interestingly enough. But yeah, anyways, let's just focus into the match action phase. Mike with the smoke canisters, Desmond in towards the first floor drug lab. Hope I just said the name right. Yep, it should be the name of that specific room, drug lab. And Vinci towards the yellow stairs. Still needs to be careful though, because we did see some prefas being made towards the wall of Cafe, in which Ash and the IQ is currently pushing in towards that specific position. But still, we did see again from Naughty Indians a bit of a spread push, maybe some extended room from both of them. Striker already with the impressive bullet holes towards the office wall. Was about to see one of those particular operators, but since there is that the arcade position being placed right from behind the wall, behind the window, you won't be able to see that good amount of information just yet. Hibana's Excaros spell is being used to make lines of sight, doesn't see Striker in towards the office as he's going to be able to get an important kill. DZ goes down unfortunately, and with it Drish decides to try try to avenge his teammate. Unfortunately, he just he just heavily rotated back towards the he rotated back towards the gong room.
Well, for the time being, Naughty Indians preserving all 5 of their operators is what they need to hold off the push from Nat. More importantly, taking down Dizzy. That's going to be an important one, but they still have to go up against Drish, Desi, Roni, and Tandon. All of them are looking for those kills. They're droning ahead of themselves. They're giving themselves the information. They've already opened up the hatch, unless it was opened up beforehand. Could have been. I may have missed it just a second ago. Tandon, meanwhile, pushing down the yellow stairs. He might go for the breach. It's going to be Hibana who's going for the breach, along with the Selma breaches going out. That's a double hard breach take on that main wall, but with Mando holding that furnace corner inside of Armory, is going to make that entry a lot harder indeed. 30 seconds remain, and the attack has to get in. It's now or never, and the longer they take, the less likely it'll be that they'll be able to push. Vinci, he's going to find one. The ace, unaware of the Legion's position, giving away his own, but the Goo Mine on the door to bathroom. Vision, meanwhile, drops into sight. Is that advisable? Yes, it is. He finds one, but that's Vinci's double. In the meanwhile, Drish is in. He is inside a sight. It's a 2v4. He could find a couple, but he won't. It's all down to him, and he will fall as well. It was Desmond to come in and secure the kill onto Drish, finishing off the round and putting them into an equalizer situation. Defenders taking round 2, as we saw in the instant replay right there. 1-1 is the scoreline going to round 3.
Well, talking about that round, we did see a total of 2 unnoticed kills coming in from Naughty Indians. One eliminating DZ, and second, it was Tandon69 who decides to push in towards the toilets. Unfortunately, lack of information is what Nat is having a lot of problems. Hopefully, they'll be able to fix it up. And this time with the 6 pick from DZ, as he switches from the Kali to Dokebi. Dokebi, her gadget will be able to reveal any positionings where the defenders is currently in, and having that important information is crucial for Nat to be in a situation like this. So we proceed to round 3. Second floor Punk will be the site, and this time we do see Mike with the mute jammers. And also sorry, I do have to apologize yet again, chat. I just still haven't recovered from the cold just yet. Anyways, Valkyrie, having a Valkyrie with the intel will be much more crucial and also informative for their teammates, so they'll be able to make every single move, unless and until it will be destroyed, in which they did not, however, pick Valkyrie for the past 2 rounds because they didn't know that there is an IQ, and all IQ has to do is to just use her gadget to reveal any useful gadgets that the defenders have placed, and they'll be able to easily remove it, having less information on the side of Naughty Indians. This time, they saw that the IQ wasn't picked, but this time they did see a Kali being picked, in which it was being 6-picked out from the Dokebi. So it's going to be very interesting if they did, however, eliminate at least one of those defenders, so they'll be able to get those juicy information from those defenders and get the win as soon as possible.
Most certainly, that will be their top concern, getting intel and getting the kills, because Naughty Indians took down Dizzy early in the last round and then did not get refragged at all. That's what really mattered right there. The fact that they did not allow Nat to turn things around on them. This time could be different. Mando, he's been droned out and has to be very careful. Last time on the second floor, he was one of the first to go down, in fact, and it was Thrish playing the IQ, if I recall correctly, who took him down very quickly alongside his teammate. Right now, of course, none of that has happened. 1:50 remains for the side of Nat to make this play, to make this push, really to set themselves up as we've got EMPs going off. Interestingly enough, I just realized Thatcher is not banned today, ladies and gentlemen. Thatcher will in fact be in play. That's pretty interesting, all things considered. You usually see a Thatcher ban, but no, this time Mando's gonna shut down Dizzy again, and he's gonna get another one. That is Tandon off the board very quickly. The Wamai taking 2, and that's gonna put the side of the attack in a very tricky spot. Striker gets another one. That is Roni off the board, And now, Daisy and Drish, the last two standing, trying to find these defenders in positions where they can take advantage of, and there might be a fight, there will be, but that's Desmond who wins that. Very low on HP. It's all down to Daisy. He will take a kill and run back on that waiting room corridor. He doesn't even have a diffuser, and he can only do so much given the current predicament he is in. There we go. Impact goes out. Not going to do any damage, but there we go. Daisy fell, but not before he took down Desmond. Mike was the one to get the final kill, as we will see in the instant replay right there. Very good round from the side of Naughty Indians, who will take round 3, putting themselves once again in the advantage. The first 2 rounds have passed, so all things considered, excuse me right there, all things considered, both sides will have already gotten a grasp for what each is bringing to the table, and we will slowly start to see the adaptations come in as we slowly approach the mid-game. Already, I'm seeing a Mira pick from Desmond. Not sure if that is something they want to have, given that they've been functioning well enough without, but this is the first time they're going to initiation and office room on second floor, so maybe having the Mira on hand with the Legion 6 pick might just be a good idea.
And maybe it might be a good idea, or maybe it might not, because especially on the side of initiation room, the only place that we might be able to place a Mira would either be on the initiation room near the walls, and also the second towards the cache room, in which most of the push from the attackers would arrive from that exact spot. So maybe trying to hold out the extreme aggression that maybe Nat might do might give them a bit of an edge. This time we do see Roni playing as the IQ with the G8 LMG. This making sure that she'll be able to eliminate any utilities being being presented towards the defender, so that they'll be able to eliminate it ASAP. I mean, it's just interesting. I just said ASAP instead of saying as soon as possible, you know? I mean,
attackers are moving
The acronyms, they get to us all.
the acronyms get to us all, you know? ASAP, FYI. I still don't know what does the FYI means. You know what is an FYI mean?
It is for your information, Baba.
Oh,
For your
okay.
information. Yes.
Yeah, I'm just. I am.
Thank you very much. I'll be here all night. But right now,
Yep.
Baba, back to you.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's just head on back to the round here. Naughty Mando towards the cafe. Very aggressive here with the B5K. A lot of pre-fires, which would, however, compromise his location from that exact spot. And also with the drone works, reminding that there is still that specific player who is still trying to proceed that aggression, and Ron is going to immediately eliminate one. Mike goes down as the mute has been eliminated. Trish will be able to use his breach charges, but unfortunately the IQ will also go down, equalizing the round count, making it 4v4. Desmond tries to contest against the player, and Vince sees one, goes for the unfortunate reinforcements. Striker, what was that? But this time Desmond still makes some amends, eliminating the ace, making sure that he'll be able to get those kills as best as possible with the diffuser being down. Again, Nat in a very difficult spot. They drop the diffuser. They have no idea on what kind of positions that they're playing with. Still, that they have those information to give them good amount of kills that they'll be able to convert it. But not a Mando. Oh my goodness, that long range shot against this, he will be able to make it to 2-3. DZ and Drish, the Ash and Hibana with a devastating weapon, able to make some kills, but they just need to get that information. Flashbangs will come in. Vinci still holding that exact same spot. Dish will be able to find one, making it a 2v2, but an instant repack comes in, whereas now it is a 1v2. DZ all by himself needs to find 2 players. They have impacts, they have the C4. All Hibana needs is to eliminate one, and he should be able to find one with the pairing 9, making it a 1v1. Desmond versus DZ, Mira versus the Hibana, in which the Hibana is already towards the side. A lot of damage being dealt with the Legion 2 mines, putting him to 50 HP. Desmond in a very good spot. All he needs to do is to waste the time. Flashbangs comes in, gets denied with the Jaeger's ADS. 25 seconds left. The push comes in from the Vector, gets the kill, and Naughty Indians will be the one to win a total of 3 defending rounds in a row. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at it in the instant replay. 4 defending wins on the side of Team Naughty Indians as we proceed to round 5.
Round 5 with a 3-1 scoreline. Naughty Indians, it is a good time to be them or to be supporting them right now. In the meanwhile, Tandon, who had a bit of a scare there, nearly didn't load in to the pick screen right there, but he will in fact be playing this round. No issues yet, but he's also got the Thatcher, another interesting pick and a very standard pick, all things considered. In any match, you don't see Thatcher being banned, you see Thatcher being played because his role is one that is irreplaceable in a game like Rainbow Six. You always need to deny your opponent's utilities. You always need to find some way to either destroy them or disable them. And of course, disable being the word of the moment, given that Thatcher's EMP currently only disables defender gadgets, ones that run on electricity, of course. So, you know, Mira's Black Mirrors and Goyo shields, those won't be affected. But bandit batteries, well, my magnets, and a whole plethora of other defender gadgets are affected by those EMPs, and that's primarily the reason he gets banned so much. He's just ridiculously versatile, ridiculously useful for the side of the attack, and he's a fairly safe ban, all things considered, because his main kit, the L85A2, AR-33, and even if you're feeling really brave, the Mossberg 590, along with his pistol, can be a force to be reckoned with. I mean, sure, Thatcher shotgun isn't exactly the meta, given that he has a secondary pistol, but even the 226 can do a lot of damage. Ask me, a mute main, as at one point I used to go out roaming with the shotgun and the pistol, and I can tell you from experience, ladies and gentlemen, that is a very powerful combo. You just have to make sure you're fighting close quarters rather than long distances. Don't be like me in ranked, and don't get your head clopped off early. That's all the advice I have right now. In the meanwhile, somebody else is going to have their head chopped off early, and that is Drish, who will go down to Clancy. From the looks of it, Desmond taking a bit of damage in the meanwhile, as the goo mines are going off to deny the push. They see a scene that this is going to take out the goo mine nice and quickly. Vinci roaming around that arcade corridor is going to make things a lot harder, but here's Striker to find another. Dizzy will take the fall, and so will Tandon. That rappel in was absolutely terrible, as that leaves Desi and Roni, the last two, standing in a 2v5. Nat's attack has completely disintegrated so far, and it can only get worse from here if they cannot bring it back. But they won't be able to. Striker and Desmond, the two GSG9 brothers, will bring it around for themselves, for their team, and bring the round in their favor. With that being said, Naughty Indians going 4-1 up. Nat, ooh boy, they are not looking good tonight at all, although that could just be the charm, the defensive charm, excuse me, of Theme Park working in their favor. Right now, we're going to be heading to Bunk and Daycare after 4 straight rounds have gone to Naughty Indians. Can Nat bring it around? Can they make it at least 2-4 to give themselves just a little bit, a spark of momentum going into roll swap?
Round 6 will commence. 6 pick will come in from both the teams. Second floor Bunk will be the site, and for Team Nat, they need to make sure that they would get at least one more attack win on a map like Theme Park. The defending plays coming in from Naughty Indians is very I would say close to perfection here. Most of the times, especially in the first round, actually from the second round itself, we did see Nat having less amount of information. They always get picked out of nowhere. Not having any information, they Naughty Indians always get the drop on them. And it actually did continue for the past 2 to 3 rounds. Unfortunately, we did see some 1v1 gunfights happening on even on round 4 second floor initiation room, where Mira was the one who did shut down the Hibana.
10 seconds left.
Having that lost, even if Hibana did win that 1v2 situation, it would have been gone to either a 2v4 or to a 3v, actually a 2v3 or a 3v3. But for now, we're going to see what's going to happen as we proceed to the action phase. A bandit, aka Striker, who's going to be able to place his bandit charges towards the wall, as they see. He's going to look around the windows towards the, I would say, yeah, towards the drug lab, making sure that there won't be any spawn picks just yet. DZ just places pre-placed drone towards that specific spot where Mute did originally destroy it, leaving Nat intelless. Will now proceed to push in towards. And we did see the same thing from Nat, where most of the time, I believe it was on Cafe Dostoevsky. Most of the time, they always make their main focus on eliminating the roamers first, and then they decided to push in towards the site, having a total of 30 or 15 seconds left. Even with Nat going with the same strategy that we did get to see on Theme Park, unfortunately, they're not being able to win these gunfights, especially they've they've not been successful in eliminating those roamers, in which not only they don't have enough amount of time, but they also have less amount of man counts, in which Naughty Indians have completely dominating them on defense. This time, hopefully, with a lot of times being taken out, and also Nat making their main focus is to open up the walls towards on cash. The only problem is they don't have enough amount of power to open it up, and neither does the man count. And not Amanda eliminates yet one of them, but Tandem 69 is still here with that same push. Striker with the yet another kill, eliminating DC as it makes it into a 3v4.
Interestingly enough, even though Mando got reflagged onto instantly, you had Daisy going down, who was trying to push through the bathrooms as it looked like a second ago, and the bandit was there to completely shut that down as well. Striker covering for where Mando unfortunately fell down, and there we go. Tandon will also fall as Desmond takes the kill. He's going to get reflagged down to Roman. The same is going to take that kill, but Drish is going to take the fall thanks to Striker as well. That's going to leave Roni, the last man standing. Interestingly enough, a little bit of damage done. Not sure where that came out of, but will he find the bandit completely pushing up currently right next to him? The drone has seen him, of course. Striker's been made, and there we go. The kill will be confirmed, as that could be the start of a 1v... Nope, never mind. I was about to say that could have been the start of a 1v3, but it will not be. Orange team and Naughty Indians will continue taking round after round, and that will put them 5-1 up, going into attack on the other side of round 7 roll swap. Ladies and gentlemen, just like Baba said ago, Baba, you mentioned that Cafe, they played something similar, not on their attack, where they were mostly relying on getting those refrags, pushing together and whatnot. Thing is, Theme Park doesn't necessarily work the same way as Cafe, right? And I understand why Nat would think that they could sort of push the same attack strategy onto this map, because in many instances, in many matches that they've played before, and many matches that we have seen of Theme Park across all of competitive Rainbow Six, it has flowed well, lent itself well to more standard attacking strategies. And Cafe is one of those maps where it lends itself really well to standard attacking strategies. So you would think that, Nat is probably having the right idea here. But the thing is, they need to have more manpower and more better intel gathering behind those pushes. Their intel has been lackluster because they keep getting caught off. They know that one operator is in a specific region. For instance, let's just go back to the last round itself. They knew where Mando was, the Omai, inside the offices. They knew to push him. Tandon knew to go around from the cache hallway just to make sure that he would get the refrag in case somebody died. He did. But the problem was, Daisy tried to push up as well, but neither of them knew that the bandit was watching through the rotate into office. And that's where Striker struck, getting one, and that's what opened up his push, going into bathroom to eliminate Hibana later. That has been a problem for Nat consistently. Their intel gathering, when he's really hyper-focused on one operator, has been great. But everything after that, they sort of lose their way, fall apart, and while their coordination can be really good, just good coordination isn't enough. You need to up your intel game. You need to up your setup to make that execute work. It hasn't happened, and now that they're on the defense, the setup is practically made for them, but they still have to make that execute work. We're about to find out if they can, because Naughty Indians as an attacking team can just as wily, just as slippery as they can be as a defensive team, and already gunfights are going off all over the map.
Well, I totally agree on the stuff that I totally agree on Nats talking about it, but for now we did see Roni eliminating one, just like you were talking about, Jack. Less amount of info, in which an instant refract does come in from Mike. Hopefully, Team Nat, if they get those good amount of information, making sure that they won't be distracted on any other spots this time, since they are on
Attackers have
defense,
recovered their
there may
diffuser.
be a chance where Team Nat might be able to bring this one back up. Drish sees one, eliminates the Ash on the yellow stairs. Does he get the second? No, it does not. It's going to be refract towards the IQ with the commando. Desmond will be the one to eliminate it, but does he know that there is Val playing also very close on towards they get this very patient, and that patient will be able to reward him as he gets the kill on towards Desmond. 3v2, DC sees one through the Valkyrie camps, saying that there is Buck in towards the Dragon Stairs. That intel will be very crucial for Team Nat to get that win. The only problem is they need to be careful of any surprise attacks, and Tandem69 will be able to take care of that situation. Striker goes down, which leads to Mike with a diffuser in hand, having a Selma breach charges, and he's in a 1v3 situation. Sees one, doesn't get the connect, and it's going to be Daisy with the headshot to get the win. Team Nat winning defense round 7, first floor armory. If we take a look at it in the instant replay, we now proceed to round 8, where Team Nat have just won one round of attack on second floor bunk and one round on defense in first floor armory.
A very good round from the side of Nat. Now, that time, it is Theme Park's defensive nature coming to the call, as it were, because all in all things considered, Nat were still sort of going a little bit too aggressive than I would like to see from them right now. Albeit that aggression worked, put them in a 3 versus 1 situation, but had Naughty Indians not been, that loose, they were quite loose with that push. Let's be real here. It wasn't as tight as we have come to expect from Naughty Indians, but even then, if they are able to sort of make that push, sort of consolidate that tightness back
Defenders, protect
by
your bombs
just
from being
getting to
defused
know
by
what Nat
attackers.
is trying to do on their defense, then Naughty Indians will put up a much better fight. That will make Nat once again have to reconsider being as aggressive as they're being. Now, aggression isn't inherently a bad thing, but aggression when executed poorly, that is unfortunately the downfall of many teams in many rounds. I mean, even Demas Force, a team known for their hyper aggression, have fallen victim to that exact problem. Aggression without proper intel gathering
10
and setting
seconds to
up
insertion.
first will more or less always fail. You can't always just
5
rush
seconds
into
to
sight, with Ash and whatever. But it is what it is.
Attackers
Right
now
now,
locate a bomb
we
and
are, of course, going to be in this 5-2 situation. Not Indians with still a very good lead, all things considered. And Drish, in the meanwhile, okay, it's I think he's trying to set up bullet hole peaks towards the side of offices. Nothing too particularly special coming out from either side, though, as it were. I mentioned an Astra, so I was thinking, okay, maybe just as a coincidence, we might see an Astra coming in when with Striker on that operator. It wouldn't exactly surprise me, but all things considered, I'm actually happy that Naughty Indians aren't getting ahead of themselves. We've seen that from too many teams in too many junctures, but it is only the beginning of round 8, so it could still happen.
Well, for the attackers, they don't have any frag grenades. Instead, they have a total of 4 claymores. Interestingly enough,
That's a lot of claymores.
yeah, I mean, that is a lot of claymores. We actually did see, 3 players having a total of. Let me just try to count with my mathematics here. 1, 2, yeah, a total of 9 breach. Yeah, sorry, a total of 9 breach charges from the attacker's side. This time, we're going to be seeing a total of 4 claymores on the side of Team Nordic Indians. That's a lot of flank coverage coming in from the
Bomb located
attackers.
by
But since the
attackers.
site will be on second floor bunk, they would, however, control one. Oh boy, that is a lot of bullet holes towards Drish here. He has multiple amount of angles that he can be able to deal with. An early C4 coming in from the Valkyrie, in which she'll be able to find absolutely no one. She did try to use it to try to eliminate on towards the server room. Yeah, it was put towards the server. Unfortunately, doesn't get one. That is unfortunate. That Striker will be able to retaliate back, even with the huge number of bullet holes being made from Mozzie. Unfortunately, it doesn't get the connect just right, making it a 4v5 situation. One room was downed, and with it, Naughty Indians are slowly stepping in towards the site.
Slowly but surely, indeed, with the drones coming out, they know that there might yet be somebody still above, and that is Roni, who's going to be taken down. But will the Jaeger go down as well? Yes, Desmond is here to answer back with Naughty Indians coming in with the plays. But now, here comes Daisy for a flank. Is this advisable? He's been made already, and shots are being fired in his direction as Striker goes for the plant. I don't think there's much cover towards Striker's end. It could be Mando covering him, but that wouldn't matter. The Ash has gone down. Dizzy has taken that. Meanwhile, Desmond takes another one. The plant is off, and the site has been taken control of. It's going to be a power wrestle between the lone Ella, her own sister, that is the Sophia, alongside Thatcher, and IQ 1v3 with the Scorpion. Can this happen? No, it cannot. Sophia, i.e. Desmond, will shut down Dizzy, and that sister rivalry will work the way of the attackers one more time. We'll see that in the instant replay, ladies and gentlemen, as Naughty Indians will put themselves onto match point, taking second floor bunk and daycare away from the side of Nat on the defense indeed. Nat, in the meanwhile, we still need to do a lot of work indeed. I mean, Drish, those bullet holes, good idea, but unfortunately missing shots on the Ash, not a good idea. I mean, my guy, you got to be a little bit more accurate there. But that's just a small little nitpick. I mean, it happens to the best of us. Overall, Nat has been far too fast and loose with their strategies this game. Even on the defense on Theme Park, being in this situation, not a good time. Oh, excuse me right there. A little bit of a blip on Discord, but not a good time for them, not in the slightest, and neither has it been a good time for the overall team. Naughty Indians in match point 6-2. They're going to be attacking Bunk Daycare one more time.
Well, the only thing I can say in just 3 words for Team Nat, Nat like this.
You've made this joke once before.
I mean, I keep making it because, you know, it always rhymes with everything. You know, Nat today, Natting.
All I can say is I was not expecting that.
Well,
seconds left
just
before insertion.
you just expect to be unexpected, I guess.
5 seconds to insertion.
Yep.
All right, this time,
Attackers
Naughty
objective
Indians
to
will be the
locate a
one
bomb
on
and defuse it.
towards match point 6-2. All they need is one more win to secure the deal against Team Nat. They will, they do have to make sure that they won't make those mistakes ever again, especially Desmond getting that 4 kills right towards the initiation room did give Naughty Indians the win that they need. Talking about it now, it is action phase. We do see an interesting placements of the Mira. But for now, will it work out? Will Nat be able to win a total of 4 defending rounds to put this match to overtime? We are about to find out. And looks like Vince will be the one to get his first kill, taking out DC. Drish decides to be aggressive here towards the yellow stairs, but that barbed wire will be able to compromise his location, giving the intel towards the attackers here on the side of Naughty Indians. And with it, that they've already lost 1 guy, which would give it in a 4v5 disadvantageous situation.
Not the best time to lose Dizzy. Harkening back to round 2, this is what happened when Naughty Indians were on the defense. They managed to take Dizzy out early, and it didn't get refragged onto very quickly either. I mean, they did not get refragged onto at all. Nat could not get the counter kill, and now, oh boy, that's a couple of drones towards Mira. Desmond, I think he's about to make a big play. He will. That's a shutdown and a half, as Drish, completely unaware that he was being droned out, gets cleaned up on Desi. Will be next up on the chopping block, given that he's in B bomb sight inside of Bunk, and peeking at that, he's actually going to fall back just in time, potentially to somebody repelling outside of the rig. There is actually one there, but he will take him down instead. It's a 2v3. That was a trade while Roni the Simp took down Desmond. 2 big drops from the side of Naughty Indians. Desmond and Mando going down, but with only Roni the Simp and Tandon remaining, well, only Tandon remaining, it's not going to be an easy fight. Tandon gets a bit of damage done, but isn't able to get the kill. Vincey's got a Guma in his shin, but will it matter? Striker, he's being fired at. Very low is the Legion, and Mike will shut him down quickly. And with haste, the side of Naughty Indians will dominate Theme Park over the side of Nat. 7-2 is the scoreline. Did we ever imagine we would see a theme park match with a 7-2 in Division 2, no less? Absolutely not, ladies and gentlemen. But here we are, 14 kills to Desmond. He went off. He really went off right towards the end. Well, throughout the entire match, he's been a solid performer for Naughty Indians, and he proved it once again today. And what a match and a half we just had. But of course, we're not quite done with this game. We'll be going into Relive the Moment in just a quick second, right here, to go over the best moments and highlights of this match that we had just had. Although a majority of it will be a Naughty Indians highlights reel, ladies and gentlemen, it's still going to be interesting to look at because it gives us this hindsight look at how Nat played in general. And overall, I mean, Nats plays weren't exactly the best either. They had many issues that they just couldn't shake at all. We're going to get into that in Relive the Moment. And in fact, I'm going to pass over the mic to Baba Gusta. Baba, take it away.
Well, talking about the match in hand, especially, we're just trying to talk it out on what exactly happened here. There's only one thing I can say to Nat is that they were unprepared. First things first, the map is on Theme Park. Most of the time, you might expect either I would say a different map where both of these teams are, well prepared to even be under certain circumstances. Because forcing the teams to play in a different map where they don't get to play more often, which would give the players having less, having less amount of comfort when it comes to getting to the map. In Theme Park, it does has its own fair share of advantages and disadvantages, especially on first floor Armory, where it is heavily a defender-sided map, knowing that it has 100% win potential. Although Thrish on the side of Team Net, they did try to get some kills. We did see a lot of 1v3s, 1v2s, but most of the time it was just steamrolled on the way on the side of Naughty Indians. And impressive gunplay skills coming in from them. The only problem of Nat is just that they didn't have much intel. And also, even if they did have good amount of intel, they always get distracted and try to focus on the other hand rather than focusing on the main one in which they did get the information from. So looks like the amount of matches that we did see from Nat is just that they were out of form, but this time them hopefully in the next match we might be able to see some redemption game coming in on the side of Team Nat, because I really don't want to see this team go down in flames just like that. I mean, 2-7, I believe that was the scoreline. Yep, 2-7 was the scoreline. A very huge margin for Naughty Indians to win a total of 5 defending rounds, not even giving them at least 2 rounds of victory on attack, which would give Nat in a very difficult situation here. Naughty Indians, talking about them, they didn't have any problems. The roaming game, especially from Naughty Mando, was playing as the one most of the time, was the one who was getting those defender kills. And also on the side of attack, it was Desmond who did get this a 1v4 kill. I wouldn't say 1v4, he did get his 4k from his fair share.
Most certainly. I mean, Mando and Desmond really pulled themselves up for the side of Naughty Indians once again. We've seen this before from them as well, but not to speak any less of the remaining team members. Vinci, Mike, Striker, they all did their fair share. And with that, we are also done with Relive the Moment, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, we are going to be taking a quick break before we come back for the final game of the night, and that will be Nat once again. They agreed to this, by the way. They said we are okay with playing 2 back-to-back stream matches. Nat versus Statics Gaming. We will see you on the other side of this break with that match. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WD BLACK Esports Club Pro League 4 Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft and in association with AFK Gaming. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host, Baba Gusta and Rabin Eisen, as we are here for a super late final game of Division 2's fourth day. We apologize for the severely long wait time between games, ladies and gentlemen, but unfortunately timings clash between offline and online games for Statics Gaming, who have just come off a different game offline and are now going to be playing in Snat, who, as it would happen, were also playing their second game right here, right now, on the map of Cafe Dostoevsky. Will be joining our players in the ban phase in this lobby in just a quick second right here, as Nat, coming off of that 2-7 loss against Naughty Indians, will not be they'll not be feeling too good about their chances in this particular match. But then again, knowing Statics Gaming, even if STZ get ahead in terms of the round count, in terms of the lead, they'll start getting overconfident, and that will be Nat's chance to strike back. But there's a bit of friendliness that does go. Excuse me, there's a bit of friendliness that does go between these teams, and there's a bit of banter in the all chat as well. That's indicative of that, as we are going to look at the bans. Interestingly enough, we have a Nomad and a Blackbeard ban. Nomad, not surprising, on Cafe, plenty of flank areas and jump outs that Nomad can shut down by herself. Blackbeard, on the other hand, that's an interesting one. STZ doesn't necessarily have a history of playing Blackbeard. They do have a history of making waves with Ashe, though. So with Ashe still in play, it's going to help STZ out quite a bit. Mira will be banned in the meanwhile by Statics Gaming themselves, and Nat, being on the defense, will have the final ban of the night. And as the timer ticks down, it will be the Maestro who is the last one to get taken care of tonight. The ban phase is concluded, ladies and gentlemen. Nomad, Blackbeard, Mira, and Maestro. And with that, we will be heading into the very first round of this encounter. Joining us will be Royce, Lane Jokes, Prince, Phantom, and Super Kuntal. And from the side of Nat will be Thresh, Roni, the same, Tandon 69, Nice, Dizzy, and Desi. We'll be going on to third floor bar and cocktail lounge on the defense to start us off on round one. And I've kept the man from the mic long enough. Baba, what do you think about this match that we've got on hand?
Well, Jack, we did see Nat going up against Naughty Indians on a map theme park, where it was unfortunately 2-7. This time, it's going to be a good battleground for them, because the map will be on Cafe Dostoevsky, going up against Statics Gaming. Now, if we do take a look at the standings, hopefully if I do get it, actually, instead of the standings, let's just have a talk about the team on the side of Statics Gaming. Now, you still have Royce, Lame Jokes, who've been performing excellently well, even Super Kuntal too. The previous, actually it was on the previous day on this match that we did get to see Statics Gaming going up against VPG on Cafe. It was 7-4, where VPG were the one to win against them. When it comes to their defensive mechanisms from Statics Gaming, they didn't had good defense hold, as I like to call it, because VPG at that time, they did win a total of 4 attack rounds in a row. They did try to make some amends, winning some rounds on attack on the same exact map against VPG. They could not, however, try to make some amends. This time, in Statics Gaming will be the first to be on attack, so let's see how well it's going to favor them as we proceed to action phase. We do see they on the side of Nat, they did brought in they did bring in the cap can with those EDDs to make sure that they'll be able to give them some edge when it comes to winning some particular gunfights. And also we have the Valkyrie with the nade. Starting off with the first kill, it's already a bloodbath where Trish gets 2 kills. And on the other hand, where Phantom using the Inox scanner to eliminate Roni with an impressive wall bang, already making it a 3v4 situation where Statis Gaming has already lost 2 players with that impressive push coming in from Desi.
Very impressive indeed from the side of Nat, putting Static Gaming on the back foot early. However, with Royce, Supercontrol, and Phantom still remaining, things could be very, very different very quickly. They have to be careful, however, of time. Minute 30, still a long time, and with Dizzy taking down Kunto, that's going to make it, unfortunately, even longer for STZ, and not in a good way, mind you, as we've got vertical line sight being opened by the Valkyrie from down below with a deagle, but it won't matter. Phantom gets a double, taking down the Jaeger, barely avoiding EDD of the Capcan, but he's got to be careful. Capcan himself sounds like he is close. Tandem 69. He could go in for a play. Will the Valkyrie be spotted? Phantom, he knows that there's somebody below. Does he know exactly where? He shouldn't, but he doesn't. And Drish will take his third happily. He's already used up his C4 though, so it won't matter too much for him to play vertical. Royce, he's gonna have to worry about 2 other people, and that is Tandon and Desi. And Desi will be the one to take the final kill. Royce will drop. And with that, we are going to see the first round going the way of the defense. Nat starting off similarly to how they did in the previous round, but previous match, excuse me. But that is the first round. STZ can still come back from this and make it a ridiculously tough match for Nat.
Well, a good start for Team Nat, as they'll be the one to win their first round on defense. And also, as I do talked about it according to the standings wise, currently Statis Gaming is in the last position, not being able to win a single round, whereas Nat, they've only won 1 match, that which was against VPG on Map Cafe. 8-7, they did go to maximum overtime. Well, we're about to find out in round 2 whether Statis Gaming can be able to make some wins in the first half, making it at least a 3-3, or is it going to be a 4-2? We are going to find out. Although the site on first floor kitchen will be won't be that much of a problem for Nat. You know, you do have those deployable. Actually, they don't have any deployable shields. Instead, there is a huge emphasis towards those barbed wires, in which both the GSG9 operators have. That's actually interesting. You know, a bandit having a barbed wire. You know, most of the time you do see bandit equipping these C4s, in which they would have a total of 3 of them. Do kind of understand why you need those barbed wires. It's just mainly to slow the push coming in from the attackers, and most of the utilities are being used. It will be used to remove the Melusi's Banshee's deterrent, so that they'll be able to push in towards the side, thinking that there won't be, you know, any utilities that they need to deal with. And, you know, there you go, surprise, surprise, the barbed wire is still in place. That would slow the push coming in from the attackers. Coming in on the side of the attackers, on the side of Statis Gaming, we do have a good usage of utilities as well. They have 2 nades, have those breach charges to make lines of sight. The only thing that they do need to deal with is Drish, who is currently holding in towards the train museum. Ronnie making some last reinforcements, as we see Supercontrol with the G8 getting his first frag, eliminating Drish. That was actually interesting, because we actually did see Drish right towards the second floor train museum, where he was proned in, and I believe that he just pushed in towards the train museum and he just went aggressively to eliminate him. That is a very important kill coming in from Statis Gaming, as Super Kuntal is on his way to use his breaching charges to make lines of sight.
Well, that's not going to be good for the side of Nat, as they've taken 2 kills. Royce with a beautiful grenade taking down Desi. Didn't get to see that. However, grenade kills are always a feast, regardless of if you see them directly or just see them pop up in the kill feed. And that's not going to make life any easier for the side of Nat's defense. This is what we were talking about just a minute ago, in fact. Nat, on this sort of a play, can take the first round, but that prompts their enemies, their opponents, to retaliate in kind, and they suddenly stop answering the call. Lane just takes another one, and that is Tandon off the board. Suddenly, Sight has almost been entirely opened up. It's down to the GSG9 brothers, Dizzy and Roni the Simp, the last two standing to try and make this situation their own. Can they do that? Oh, Prince going into a drone in a very tough position right there. Very tricky, but there will be a kill taken. Dizzy takes one. Can the Bandit find another? No, he can't. Roni the Simp will be downed as Lane Jokes acknowledges the shot that took him down. But Dizzy peeking on the table of Small Bakery, not advisable, as Royce will be the one to end his life, finishing it off and giving round 2 to the side of Statics Gaming. 1-1 is the scoreline going into round 3, and this is where Nat are going to be truly tested. It was the same situation in the previous match. They took the first round, and after that, Naughty Indians started firing back. This time, they've taken the first round, and Statics Gaming have fired back. Will it be Statics Gaming from this point out, or can Nat avoid history repeating twice?
Well, talking about history, we might be able to see it right away, Jack. 6 pick from Drish as he switches from the Melusi
Attackers
to
need to
the
locate and defuse as
Caviera.
many bombs as they
Actually, it was Daisy who actually picked Caviera. I do have to apologize again. You know, a lot of these D-Cube, as I would like to call it.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's nothing quite as out there as Birri and Jeep, but you know,
Yeah.
I'm never gonna let Fox figure that one. I'm just putting